What's going on, guys? Busted6 here, back to another video, and today I have an album review for you guys. Today I'm going over the newest studio offering from Pallbearer, Mine Burns Alive. This album comes out on the 17th of May of 2024 on Nuclear Blast Records. This is their fifth studio album. I almost said six. This is their fifth studio album overall. This band formed in 2008 in Little Rock, Arkansas, and this is essentially a doom metal act, which that immediately catches my attention because if you guys know me, I love me some doom metal. I mean, Candlemass, yes please. But this is, how do I describe this? This is not your typical doom metal. This is, they have a different style to more of their doomy stuff. They have a little bit of some post-rock and a little bit of jazz fusion thrown in there and some synthesizers going there. Like, it's a little different in some regards. Some post-metal stuff, if you will. And I will say this. In terms of the mood, and especially in the lyrics, and in terms of the structure of the album, this is my pick for probably the most emotional album I've heard this year. This album puts you on this emotional roller coaster, and it won't stop until the album ends. And it kicks off right away with the opening track, Where the Light Fades. And, you know, kind of a fitting song for a band named Pallbearer. It is very slow, quiet, nice bit of a slow burn to it. And that's kind of the main thing of this album. It's quiet, it's slow, there's some Pink Floyd kind of vibes, mainly off of Animals per se. But it's, it doesn't really, suspension of disbelief. Like, it doesn't, I guess you could say it doesn't really bore you in some regards because it's that interesting mood and atmosphere that it's going for. And the song itself is really good. It's actually the shortest track on the entire album at 6 minutes and some change. And it's really good. The vocals are absolutely top notch. Brett Campbell, he is really damn good, even though there's different vocals. Him and Joseph D. Rowland, I think that's how you say his name. Amazing stuff back and forth. They kind of remind me of Chris Cornell and a little bit of Lane Staley, and mainly a lot of Alice in Chains vibes off this entire album on the title track, Signals, and Endless Place. Lots of big Alice in Chains vibes. Some kind of like ISIS vibes, especially on Daybreak and the title track, and some kind of interesting saxophone placements on Daybreak and Endless Place. And it's really interesting, really interesting. And this album throughout, it's not necessarily heavy, but there are some heavy moments, especially on towards the end of the last track with Disease, where it's got a really nice breakdown to it, which I really did like. But man, you want to talk about an album that is just emotional as all hell and it'll get you to tear up. This is the album for you. Just look at the lyrics on Where the Light Fades, Signals, and Endless Place, and Daybreak as well. Those really hit me in a way, in terms of, someone who has been an emotional person basically all their life and has been through a lot of heartbreak. This album really hit me in a way. It is a really emotional album, and it's really damn good. I love the production of this album. I think production is really strong. I really enjoy the saxophones, even though they do kind of come out of left field, but they don't feel out of place. They actually fit on this album, and I really like that. The drum work's pretty solid, even though there wasn't a whole lot that the drummer can really do. The bass doesn't really show up on the album at all. It's mainly a bass guitar, like Lemmy, for example. But in all honesty, it really doesn't Um, it doesn't really, you know, it doesn't really screw up the album at all. And I will say the album artwork really fits the vibe on this album. It really, really, really does. It's like a burning flame of some regards, and it's really, really, really good. Really good. And um, I really like the music videos that they do for Where the Light Fades, or Endless Place, and the title track, where it's just captivating. It really is. And again, I just love how the songs really go through the motions. It really, really, really does. And honestly, I think this is one of the best albums I've heard all year. And it's just amazing. Again, I like how quiet it is. It's not really like, loud. It's very minimalistic when it comes to, when it comes to the music itself. It's very slow. It's quiet. It's just like, shh, we're going to be a little quiet. We're going to kind of get a little silent with this one. But yeah, it's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to give this 4.5 out of 5. This was a fantastic listen throughout. And I know I don't really do a whole lot. I don't do a really good job of really doing these album reviews, as I've really noticed. But, I mean, you guys like them, so what do I know? Which is not really a whole lot, but that's besides the point. But yeah, really damn good stuff. The melodies on this album are ear candy, to say. Like, they're very harmonized. Very, very, very harmonized. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5 for me. This is one of my favorite albums of the year and the most emotional album of the year. So folks, what did you guys think about Mine Burns Alive by Pallbearer? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, tap the big subscribe button, and tap the bell so when I upload, you guys will be notified. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Most importantly, join the herd. Like this next video. Peace out.